Hey, this is John Eckley with Presley Realty. I'm here today at 510 Greene Street. Give us a walk through here. First thing to take note of is our location. You can see we're right across from the MAU building, right here at the corner of 5th and Greene Street. It's a great access to downtown, walkable, broad street. The main street through Augusta is right on the other side of the MAU building over here. You've got an additional lot on the side that's potentially available. Now the space, one of the neat things about it, is zoned B2. So that's really one of your most diverse zoning that you could possibly hope for downtown Augusta. So you have a wealth of options. Now another thing of note here is that the property is currently being utilized there are multiple streams of rental income. There are multiple different apartments. So there's a variety of different ways that this home could be configured to allow for a business to operate out of it while also having income being generated by tenants. There's basically on the back of the house, which we'll go to, there's a back separate cottage. There's also a separate garage back there with a shed. Now, and then on the back you've got two apartments, one on the bottom floor, back portion of the house, and one on the top floor. And we'll look at one of those. The other one we weren't able to get into today, but we'll give you a feel for it in a description. Now you can see this home was built prior to 1900 by Mr. George Perkins, who was of a prestigious family. They were a woodworking family. They owned a company whose derivative is now Augusta Door and Sash. They had means, and it shows with a lot of the woodworking you'll see on the interior of this house. A lot of really well done touches that I'll be sure to note as we make our way through. Now, as a reference, 1949, the home was redone. So you've got some updated electrical work that happens to be behind plaster, which is really, really unusual, really a unique feature of the house. First floor, you've got 3,236 square feet. Second floor, 3,400 square feet. There's an unfinished basement that has daylight, so it's got a window, some unfinished places that could be renovated as needed. Now there's an amazing attic in this space. It has a ton of just open square footage, really tall ceilings, could make for a ton of additional storage space as needed. Now you can see the view from the porch here. Again, very accessible to downtown. Now, as we walk in, you'll see our main foyer here. Now, you can see this grand staircase. You've got your fireplace here. An original wood-burning fireplace is what it was originally. You can see the ornate touches on the mantle here. Straight in front of us now is the formal parlor, or the ladies' parlor. Now all the doors, something I didn't reference on our way in, all of the doors, if necessary, they're already of the necessary width for being accessible for handicapped folks. You can see the main entrance door here is actually 4 feet wide, 8 feet tall. The other doors are 3 foot wide, 8 foot tall, and the pocket doors you can see here are all 10 feet tall, just to give you reference on the height here of our space. Now, unfortunately, there are going to be spaces throughout our walkthrough that I'm not going to be able to show you. We're going to have pictures available as well to allow you to see those spaces. This is what was the gentleman's parlor right through this door. You can see our grand stairwell here. And we'll make our way upstairs here shortly. Before we do that, I want to poke our head in here to the dining room, which I think is one of the more beautiful rooms in the home. Now the master suite upstairs mirrors this space. You can see, I'm assuming you can see in the camera here, but the window, you can see it bows out. And that would be exactly what you see on the top floor as well. Now we'll come back, the kitchen is through here, and then there's a main central hub area right through that door that will allow for a lot of diverse options as far as potential ways you might reconfigure based on tenants and rental situation. Now we'll make our way upstairs here. Well, actually, before we do that, I'll go and show you. This is your old carriage access on the side of the house, and it wraps around to the entrance to the basement down here. We'll circle back to see that in a bit, time permitting. Now currently this space is occupied by tenants as well. So you've got a room immediately in here, another here. You've got two closets on either side. Again, we'll get photos for you for that. This is the master suite, same situation. We'll get you some photos. You've got an add-on closet here. Here's one of the rooms that I will be able to show you. You can see this is the original coal burning fireplaces. You can see the ceramic work here. Really unique to this house. Here we have a porch, which I believe used to function as a kitchen, given the cabinets that are in there. Now all of the home, as far as air in the home, it is cooled by window units. The first floor with a basement would be pretty simple to add AC. The back apartment, downstairs apartment, you have central air. I did a video of this that we'll splice together, of this upstairs apartment, and then we'll circle back now downstairs. Now, while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and show you our attic space so you can get a feel for just how spacious this area is. Almost the size of a basketball court. If you've got an indoor basketball league, you can see currently utilized for space, storage space. You could store all sorts of stuff up here as needed. You can even see the chandeliers. This was built to be a ballroom, hence the very tall ceilings, as you can see here. For the sake of time, we'll just keep plugging. There's more space through there. Now as I walk down the stairs, it's going to take me, as we make our way down the stairs, we're going to end up in what is a central hub area of the house, which is used for hosting. It's a great hosting house, by the way. But before I say that, I forgot to mention, when I first came up the stairs, one configuration option would be potentially to build a wall right here with a door, which would allow for cutting off these apartments from the main portion of the house, which would then allow for, again, a commercial business to operate separate from the rental space. Just an option to consider. Now we'll make our way down again to that central hub area. This would be a great area if you had a business set up. You might have printers in here. This could be a a great central location for those types of items. Now, you can see I'm about to walk through to the kitchen that connected, as I was saying. I keep calling it a central hub area, but you can see this is the dining. Just for reference, here we are back at our front door. Now this again is the gentleman's parlor. You can see our dining room. This is a pantry. Now, if you wanted to expand the kitchen, that could easily be done by potentially knocking out this area here or adding on into this space. There's a lot of extra space back this way. From the kitchen, you can see, again, the dining room. We'll take a look outside here just so you can get reference. We've got the garage and again shed and the cottage is back to the left that way. I'll circle back again, show you our basement space. Again, our carriage area. Again, this would allow for a lot of ease of installing a central AC unit downstairs as needed. Also possible upstairs with a little more thought and planning. So again, potential storage options here. You do have a window, as I mentioned. We've got other storage options down here as well. Gotta watch your head. And we'll make our way out this side porch here. We'll get some perspective on the home. Now the back apartment right here, you can see this little back section. You can see where the kitchen stops right there. This whole little back section represents, you've got an upstairs apartment and a downstairs apartment. Here's our cottage. For reference, the cottage was given a new AC unit back in just a couple of years ago. It's got a year, 2-year-old roof on the cottage and the home. You see we've got our garage and a little shed as well. You can see the newer unit there that cools the apartment, and again there's a new unit for the back. Let's see, got a few notes here. I want to make sure I've covered everything for you. As I mentioned, a lot of apartments here, they're currently all occupied. Again, you would have a lot of different options for potentially configuring or reconfiguring the way the home is laid out. A lot of really great woodworking, a lot of potential for a commercial business like a law practice. A lot of law practices down here in Old Town. You could have, again, an income stream to complement your commercial business being located here, or it could be a great Great location for even a large estate. I hope you've enjoyed, at the very least, a walk through of a really neat historic property here in downtown Augusta in Old Town. I hope if you're interested, you give us a call and you come take a look. We'd be happy to show it to you. Thanks for your time. Have a great day. And here we are at the back apartment upstairs. You can see the beautiful floors here upon entering. You can see we've entered from the back staircase connecting to the main house. You see we have a small little living area upon walking in. Immediately to our left we have a bathroom. You can see our kitchen space here and laundry. Then we have our bedroom. And our bedroom with closet connects to a sleeping porch area. As you can see, we're overlooking the back cottage as well. Now the apartment below is similar in its fixtures. Similar sizes, with the one downstairs being a little bit larger. And here we are at the back cottage. It's an 806 square foot cottage, the 117 square foot porch roughly. You can see as we walk in, we have a nice living area right at the entrance. Make our way to the kitchen here. See a nice little setup for a kitchen with a pantry, back door. You see the window unit. We've got laundry in here as well. And make my way to our bedrooms. You can see we've got 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. We'll start with what is more or less our master bedroom here. Got our closet. And here's our bath. And next we have our remaining bedroom. You can see the view out the back here. That's our cottage.